Tarot lovers, our card of the day today is the reversed Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is a card where you see this guy lying down in what seems to be a church with three swords above his face and or above his upper body, and then one below him, and he seems to be in prayer or stillness and silence, and this is this abundant, grounded nature of the four in the suit of our mind, where the most abundant expression of our mind comes when we go within, when we check in with ourselves, when we become introspective and contemplative, but in a way where we are giving more importance to the higher levels of thought and the higher levels of mind, hence the three swords pointing down to the upper parts of our body and the higher chakras. And when this card comes reversed, it speaks about a twisted relationship with this retreat story, or with this inner introspective story, which on one hand can manifest in when we choose retreat out of avoidance. So we may have a program that says, oh, it's easier to be alone than to confront that conflict in the world, for example, or to be around those people who are going to trigger me in some way or another. Me on my own is a little bit easier, so I'll just go inwards and hold my energy inwards, and that feels safer to me than being with the world that's going to mirror to me my shadow, maybe in ways that I'm not very comfortable with, or ways that don't feel easy for me to face. And so it can be this inner work, or this excessive retreat nature, where we go within in an avoidance type of bypassing life energetic. And there is a call for us to maybe come out and share a little bit with life if this is the case. Another reason that this card can be reversed is when we reject going within, or when we have this little allergy to inner work or being introspective. And this normally and naturally occurs when we have a strong judgmental inner critical voice. And the act of going within or being with ourselves, which might be something that we avoid doing, or we practice not doing by seeking out distractions in the world and seeking out to do things in the outer world, or seeking out company instead of being alone, can be because as soon as you go inside yourself in an honest way, the first thing that you're going to encounter is all of the emotions that you suppress, and all of those repressed feelings and repressed self-critical voices, inner critical self, and low self-esteem, the self-worth issues, the I don't like me voice inside of our heads. That's going to be the first thing that we bump into, because that's the one that's been bubbling and wanting to come to the surface. That's the one that we're kind of holding down. And so as soon as you go within, that's the first thing you bump into. So you're naturally going to encounter uncomfortable stories, uncomfortable emotional stories, and some uncomfortable mental patterns and programs that we don't really want to face or maybe own up to. And this is completely natural that then we avoid it. If we can hold ourselves in that discomfort for long enough, if we can practice looking at these patterns and seeing how old and outdated and how much they actually don't serve us. If we can shine a light on ourselves, on our fears, on our doubts, and practice a little bit of compassion and take ownership of those programs, then we can actually do something about it. Then we can find the richness of transformation that's just below the just below surface of ourselves, in the state of our unconsciousness. When we dive in deep enough, we can find something that can be a ticket or a gateway towards feeling more self-love, feeling more understanding, and transforming and letting go those patterns that we don't no longer need in our lives. And so These are the two main stories or ways that this card can be reversed. There are a few others, but these are the main things to look out for and something to pay attention to. So it's a good time to go within and ask yourself, hey, am I avoiding being honest with myself? Is there something that I don't want to see? Is there, is it difficult for me to practice a little bit of introspection? Introspection can be very simply closing your eyes, holding space with your body, being honest with who you are, journaling, can be any of those things. Ask this question, ask yourself if I just naturally just run away from the world in avoidance of facing something that might mirror my own inner voice, which seems to be easier for me to hide when I'm on my own than when I'm with the world around me. These two questions may be important ones. I hope this serves you in some way. Have a fantastic day, and comment and share any ideas you have below. All the best.